I get a lot of argument in the comments for people who want to protect their heroes, people who want their heroes to not break their heart. And there's a saying that goes, don't meet your heroes. They'll usually let you down. Well, it seems to me some of these guys are in the business of being let down. These guys want to wear shirts with these chomos on them, and they want to promote these evil men. And they want to talk about how these evil men are glorious and all of this shit. And they didn't talk. Chapo never talked. That's why they gave him 1,000,000 years. Meanwhile, we know through all kind of different information, published books, articles, videos, we know that Chapo and Mayo have been turning in their enemies for decades. That's cooperation. Oh, Shai, they were doing it to their enemies. I don't care. It's cooperation. They did the police's work. They saved themselves a shootout by doing the police's work. These guys, they'll honor that shit still. Now, Chapo's been in jail since what, 2016? He was on the run for mad years before that. Tunneled out before, in the midst of all that. And we've heard him voice his displeasure over his time in the ADX. Complain about this, that, or the other through what we hear in the news media as letters directly from him to the judge. But there's a lot of questions about where those letters are coming from and who they're coming from. Yeah, take out his enemies and friends as well. Absolutely. But we know that they've been doing that. And again, since he's been in prison, we've been hearing about these letters. This guy's going to talk about these letters further. He infers that it's something that I've said before and we've talked about here. I don't think Chapo knows how to write in Spanish, let alone in English. I don't think he can write. Maybe he could handle a ledger. Maybe he knows numbers. Once you get to 10, it's pretty easy from there. If Chapo had only a 3rd grade education, that explains it. All of these letters that are being written is strange, but maybe it's just a troll. Maybe somebody's just trolling. So he can't read Cat in the Hat, but he could tell you where's that extra 25 mil. Where's that 25 mil at? Crazy. He know where that shit's at. He know what 25 million looks like. Million. He count them zeros one at a time and shit if he has to. We know that when he went to prison, he made it clear to tell the judge and everybody that would listen, I wasn't the boss. Mayo's the real boss. I was just the face. That was a chance to, that was his plea at trying to cop a plea. These guys don't want to talk about these opportunities he tried to take to talk that they didn't give him. And we've been saying forever, and this plea that he's copping now might be shot down in seconds by the U.S., all right? Probably not even heard. We don't even know about this lawyer that's talking for him. This lawyer is the same lawyer that we watched Adela shut him down. Adela was interviewing him. She was like, you're who? From where? About what? Isn't Jeffrey Lichtman his lawyer? Jeffrey Lichtman is everybody's lawyer, okay? All right, the judges that are hearing the motions, he's their lawyer too. Jeffrey Lichtman is everybody's lawyer. These criminals waive. The twins did it. They waived their complaints of conflict of interest. They waive it. Let Lichtman do his thing. So yeah, he's one of his lawyers. But that ain't the lawyer that's talking though. No, that ain't the lawyer that's talking. The lawyer that's talking says he's his Mexico lawyer. He's his Mexico lawyer, and his job is to not about the crimes and not about his criminal case. His job is about him being abused. His job is about, he's the lawyer for human rights is what he says. We're going to see. Chapo was the face and the street smarts of the organization. Right, because what did it say in Traidor? When it came down to busting guns, Mayo ran for the hills, and Chapo stood there waiting to see what was what. No matter what Chapo says it does, his ass ain't going nowhere. Nowhere.
You're stealing, right to jail. You're playing music too loud, right to jail. Right away.
Nowhere.
You're driving too fast, jail. Slow, jail.
I don't see nobody even listening to this bullshit. Especially coming from this guy with that chin, with that, I don't even know what to call it, chin strap / goatee / I don't know what's happening there. They ain't listening to this fucking guy. The whole truth will come out very soon. If anything happens to me, people they be giving themselves all kind of importance, but I can't talk shit because find out next week he smoked. I have to take it all back and shit, If anything happens to me, I hold the Attorney General's office responsible as well as Garcia Harfuch. Between the Peña Nieto administration and the AMLO administration, there are people who are very involved. And in fact, the United States already knows some of the names. They're looking for one of them. But I'm not going to stop. They need to know the truth, no matter what happens. From a list of 10 people, they fell short. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. What I'm going to send you will expand to 32 people. Greetings, Dr. Gerardo Rincón Flores. All right? He's a doctor, guys. He's not just a lawyer. He's a doctor. Now, Adela sat there with skeptical hippo eyes the whole time trying to get this dude off of her show, boy. She was like, God, can I shut this dude the fuck up somehow? This guy sounds like he's full of shit. At the beginning, she sounded receptive. She sounded like she was listening. Farther she got along, she was calling bullshit. All over the place. Mm-hmm. She's like, wait, so you never met him? No. And you never met his wife? No. And you never met his family? No. I met his lawyer who hired me. What?
No mames, wait.
Dr. Gerardo Rincón Flores. He is the legal representative in our country, in Mexico, of Joaquín El Chapo Guzmán. So this journalist here in Hamilton is releasing these letters, some of which we've already seen and read. There's a striking difference, not just in the handwriting, but also in how Joaquín Guzmán signs them and in their content. Because we know, unless I have different information, that Joaquín Guzmán doesn't speak fluent English, and in one of those letters, the English is perfectly written. What does he say about it? And what can you say to this journalist, to these journalists who have published these letters regarding their veracity? I've seen many publications of various letters allegedly written by my client, Mr. Joaquín Guzmán Loera. I tell you that they are false. And I confirm this because, to begin with, I know his signature and writing style perfectly well. In fact, he is not trained to write normally in Mexican Spanish. He is not trained. Just say the man don't know how to read and write. Let's stop sugarcoating shit around here. So I can confirm that they are false. I assure you that those are not him. I have the original documents. I know what the gentleman's signature is. In fact, he's been screaming that document shit since he was on Adela. In fact, I'm going to send the letter. I'm going to send it directly to the appropriate authorities in the United States so they are aware of something that happened here in Mexico. Because I am defending human rights, not crimes. Yes, also due process. There's a part that the president of Mexico did not receive, a document. They did not want to give an explanation at the FGR, which is why I went to the district court to file the amparo of guarantees, which was declared incompetent. In the same sentence, he's saying this guy didn't write these letters, but I have the original documents. Hold on, man. Maybe something was missed in the translation. Let's see what this Jabba the Hutt looking motherfucker's talking about.
Se declaró incompetente. ¿Cómo te declaró incompetente?
He said, English, motherfucker. Shit. Do you speak it? Spanish, motherfucker. Do you speak it? What did you say? So I guess the judge declared themselves incompetent and they turned it down. And then another judge tells him, hey, you can't recuse yourself. So that's what he's saying, according to Jabba the Hutt and his 3D shirt. And he always poses himself as, I'm the human rights attorney. I'm not the guy that's here to talk about criminal stuff. I'm just here to make sure his rights are not violated. And he's saying that a judge tried to recuse themselves and another judge told them that they couldn't. So I guess this is one of his smoking guns. He says, so right now there's a controversy about that, but that's nothing. This guy just said a bunch of nothing. I presume that Joaquín Guzmán Loera is not the monster that they say he is. Listen, man, you wilding out. And that if there are people involved, yes, there are government officials who benefited and who made a circus out of it, like they did with the soccer game. What the fuck is he talking about? Did he just invoke the World Cup? Did he just make the World Cup part of this shit? Does this guy just freestyle whatever comes off the dome? He said, yes, there are people involved with this not-so-monster. People who benefited, who turned it into a circus, like they did football. What?
No mommy's way.
Listen, man. Some people be about business and some people be about bullshit. And I think you could tell. These names you're talking about, the ones you're referring to that you're going to show appear in these letters, where your client Joaquin Guzman directly links them to the activities. See, why are you guys still talking? I'm so confused. Didn't he just shit the letters? Dude mentioned the letters. Jabba the Hutt shit on the letters. And now they're back to the letters? The names you're talking about, the ones you're referring to that you're going to show appear in these letters, where your client El Chapo directly links them to the activities for which he's accused, drug trafficking. They are currently active. Is there any possibility that you'll give us names, or are you going to wait for due process to send these samples, these letters with those names that appear? What are the chances that you'll give us? This dude was hired off the streets. Man, sometimes I question whether he was hired at all. And that's why he's so worried about watching his back. If anything happens to me, I have contingencies in place. One journalist will send a letter to another journalist and then some, and onward and forward. Like, what are we talking about? Are you going to give us samples of these names, these letters, with those names that appear? What are the chances that you'll give us, I don't know, maybe a name, or show us the documents if you have them? When you get in the way, they make you disappear. They erase you. Everybody got some shit, some information.
Too much information and
that
shit.
they're afraid to talk about because they might go to the upper room.
The upper room.
Maybe you want to protect yourself and get the fuck out of Dodge then. If you're scared, go to church. Get a dog. Stop talking. Stop serving these criminals then. Oh, but I do it for human rights. I don't know what him cooperating got to do with his human rights. You trying to get him an extra piece of chicken and a softer pillow. Off the bat, he went kata style and said, hey, motherfuckers that give out information get hurt. Then why are you on the news talking about it? How about you send it to the judge and shut the fuck up? No?
Shut up, bitch! Shut your fucking mouth!
Am I crazy? Every cartel lawyer I've seen pics of in the U.S. or Mexico, they were immaculately dressed. Come on, man. You don't see this guy's Timo 3D, Qbert, Bonk's Adventure, Tetris shirt, man? When you get in the way, they make you disappear. They erase you. I've already suffered attacks. I've already been kidnapped for doing justice. Is that what you was...
No mommy's way.
Is that what you was kidnapped for, doing justice? What I want to tell you is that between the Peña Nieto administration and the AMLO administration, there are people who are very involved. And in fact, the United States already knows certain names. I mean, you could walk up on anybody in any coffee shop sitting next to any tree in Mexico. They'll give you that. Ask that in the U.S., they'll give you that. They're looking for someone, but they don't want to bring him in. If they bring him in to testify, or if he goes to testify, many things will be clarified. Many things. He currently has a license with a lot of security. I can't tell you more information. So what the fuck are you doing here? Who are you? Who can you tell the information, man?
Too much information and shit.
Huh? You keep going places that you can't tell the shit. Who can you tell? Are you gonna go to them? Did you call them? At least lie about it like all these other independent journalists. What some people are doing is not right. Continuing to affect the people, these issues, and making Mr. Guzman or someone else out there look like the worst person in the movie. I don't know. I seen a video of him interrogating a motherfucker, man. Shit look real monsterish to me. I don't know what you talk about, big face. Chapo never signs as El Chapo, or Joaquin Guzman never signs as El Chapo unless I understand something else, doctor. Did we not catch that? Did one of those letters say, sincerely yours, El Chapo?
Amigo.
No way. I can't believe we would have missed something like that. No, he signs with the A for Archibaldo. And with Joaquin Guzman, I know the signature perfectly well. I've seen about 8 letters they sent and made. That's a lie. Many channels claim to have the information. That's false. I assure you that those letters were not sent by the attorney Maria Colon, who is supposedly the woman that hired him, who is handling the criminal case in the United States. And I, who am handling it here in Mexico. No. You've made it clear you're not the crime guy. So are you the criminal attorney in Mexico? Are you and she's the criminal attorney in the US? Or are you the I want to fight for my rights attorney? Make up your mind, bro. Your shit's falling apart. Te estamos velando. We're watching you. Maria Colon, who is handling the criminal case in the United States, and I, who am handling it here in Mexico, have a communication regarding what's happening. Look, there we see exactly that. It says Joaquin El Chapo Guzman. He never signs like that. I wouldn't expect him to. I can't believe we missed this. I wouldn't expect him to sign like this either. This is a fake letter because it's written in perfect English, trying to copy his handwriting. And at the bottom it says Joaquin El Chapo Guzman. And then it also signs Joaquin El Chapo Guzman in handwriting, which is completely illogical. It's fake. In 2 weeks. Oh shit. We gotta wait 2 weeks, and then we gotta wait for however long it takes for the judge to get past his shirt to see if the judge even want to see the information. You know what I mean?
Too much information and shit.
So we'll hear from this guy in a couple of months. He's doing his rounds. The news cycle is slow. In 2 weeks, I'm going to send information. It's going to be strong information. I can't present it to the media because I mentioned several names of several people. There are exactly 6 people between Peña Nieto and Andrés Manuel who deny it and who say, and look, when I went with President Seidelbaum, her representative told me, remember, he tried to speak to President Seidelbaum, and she told the assistant, waved his ass off, told him to kick rocks. She told me, no, Rincon, it's just that you're not here anymore. Leave it. Hold on. I need to know about the Attorney General's office. I need to know the due process. Don't touch it. Okay, what do you mean don't touch it? That's what I'm a lawyer for, to do interviews and shit, wear my cool shirts. I need to review that. After that, some delicate issues arose. But I'm not going to stop. The truth has to come out no matter what. It's unacceptable that they're controlling us, Mexicans, and intimidating us for seeking justice. I don't want to say death threats because there haven't been threats. Well, then what are you bitching about? Are you mad because you didn't get threatened? Do you feel like you're not being listened to because you're not being threatened? You just said you got snatched up for fighting for justice. You just said that right now there's a problem with you saying the names, but now you're saying there haven't been threats? There haven't been threats. There have been attacks. What? This is going to change completely. Completely. There are things that have happened that I can't mention, unfortunately.
No, mommy's wait.
From various sides. Because powerful people are involved. People who manipulate and who in the eyes of society are the best people. If only they knew what they're up to. What's more, if that person who has security license over there is going to testify, a lot of things are going to be believed. Why do you think they're not taking him to testify? Who's him, bitch? You don't want to tell us. You want to make up some shit. We don't know what you're talking about. I didn't mention names so they don't get upset later. Then they take refuge because the threats are effective and indirect. What does your client tell you? What does Chapo tell you? He says, bro, I need a softer pillow. I need another piece of chicken. I need some girly mags. You know what I'm saying? And a fifi. What does your client tell you? Does Chapo tell you that he should take this evidence to the United States authorities? That you should wait for a certain process? That you should wait for treatment being given to the 10 involved? Also the 10 named by the New York City Attorney General's office? He's talking about Rocha and all Rocha's jerk-off assistants that turned themselves in. Yeah, Rocha's still a free man. I don't know if I call it free, but you know what I mean. So that's the 10 he was initially talking about. He's saying that'll go up to 32. 32 more? I'm about details. 32 more, or you adding 22 to this situation? I want to know. Tell me, Whopper boy, how's the communication in the case with your client? Does he tell you to wait strategically because he already says the door of communication with the government is closed? Look, I'm going to tell you something you mentioned. I didn't say it. About a list of 10 people. They fell short. What I'm gonna send will expand to 32. So he's sending 22 more names. More people. Tell me one thing. Just without giving names. Active public officials who are currently in office? Some aren't. Others are on leave. Well, we know El Rocha left. He left out of there with 57 trucks. But they were, I mean, let me explain that between Peña Nieto and AMLO, although they deny it, come on, you just repeating yourself. You see, every time he asks him a question, he says some vague shit and then he gets tied up and then he got to go back and cover the same shit and say the same shit. Even though they're denying it, they were their people. I don't know if you noticed that many people who were with one government are now with the other. And these guys weren't killing each other. They were enemies. And now they're friends. Look at that. Good luck. I'm just going to tell you this much. The whole truth will come out very soon. When, bro? We worried that you're going to have your last whopper before you're able to tell us the whole story. If anything happens to me, see? That last whopper gets you, and then we miss out on everything. You better have contingency plans in place, bro. If anything happens to me, I hold the Attorney General's office responsible. For what? For not getting the information to them in time? What are we talking about here? Garcia Harfuch, this government group that the president runs, and those who are with Peña Nieto, because they're the ones who have done many things. Some people, I don't want to accuse everyone, not everyone. There are some excellent employees. But there are people who abuse their power. Well, no shit. To do harm. To do what they do. And they blame Chapo.
No mames, güey.
Shut up, bitch! Shut your fucking mouth! Get out!
We do not care.
Fuck this guy. That guy came on another interview and said a bunch of bullshit, bunch of nothing. Everybody got this as the headline everywhere. The headline, 32 names, Chapo, 32, ba 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 ba. Miss me with the bullshit.
Bullshit.
The guy's a professional bullshitter. Not even good at it, but definitely doing it for a living. Why they keep interviewing this jackass? Who knows? I mean, because here's the thing. Because this cartel shit is all buzzwords. I'm the only motherfucker that can't go viral on it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else, it happens easy. If it has to do with the cartel, they want it. They want to talk. They don't care if it's the truth. They don't care if it's a lie. They don't care if it's been written in a book and you can go read it and somebody, you know, they don't give a shit. If it's plagiarized, whatever. Slow news cycles. Listen, again, they came out this week and said $10 million left over for the capture of Ivan and Alfredillo, right? We hear this bullshit every 2 weeks. The same thing goes out as a headline. They need the names. This is search engine optimization. This is hits. This is clicks. This is how many times can I put... If I make a video about Chavo Felix, nobody gives a fuck. You got to put Chapo's name on it. You got to put Mayo's name on it. You got to put Ivan's name on it. You got to put Maito Flaco's name on it. This is all... So their news cycle be weak sometimes. And be like, you know what we're doing today? We're going to put out the fact that the United States government is offering up $10 million for the brothers. Boom, put that out again. Hey, let's get that. Remember that piece of the hut looking motherfucker from Adela's podcast? Yeah, let's talk to that fat bastard and see what he's talking about too. He got a bunch of lies in him. He's not even unhealthy. He's actually vegetarian and thin. He just looks like that because he's full of fucking lies. So these companies are the ones that's getting us like this. You know, why do they keep interviewing them? That's why. Because they can say, oh, we got Chapo's lawyer telling us about 32 other names. Fuck out of here, man. So it's all bullshit every day, every day, every day. We got to sift through it to find what's new, what's real, what's not. I knew he wasn't going to say no names. I thought he was going to give more than this. I thought it was going to be less performative than this. He pulled the kata. You guys got to be careful. You know, anything can happen to me for talking about this. Then go find another job, bitch. All right? Bitch is unisex for me. I mean it for both of them. It's like you're inviting that energy to you. It's all about this search engine optimization shit, and that's why they keep... I mean, El Chapo amenaza con hundir 32 funcionarios de Peña Nieto. The title is El Chapo threatens to drown 32 officials of the Peña Nieto and AMLO administrations. They didn't say Burger King is here, you know, straight from the home of the Whopper to tell us a story. That it ain't got nothing to do with him. It don't say nothing about him. That's what it's for. They need fresh ways to do it. Luis Chaparro, the moment that they opened the museum and showed everybody's showed the airplane and said, everybody go in here, sit in the cockpit, take Instagram pictures, he said, I got exclusive images. Exclusive. Never before seen, will never be seen again. There was 13 people there the same day.